What's going on, guys? Shining Owl here, and today we're talking about a little adventure that happened in D&D. Before we begin, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, unless nothing bad's gonna happen. Just please hit it. So, judging by the title, you might be saying, that's a little odd. It all began... Sorry. It all began when we entered a tavern. When we entered a strip club bar thing. In it, another player, Roan, that was her character name, seduced a guy. I decided to drink 5 beers and then eavesdrop on the people. My race being a head crab, being Lionel. He, overhears a group of bandits talking about... God, that's 2 of them now. Overhears a group of bandits talking about how they're gonna steal an orb from a royal family. A semi-royal family, not the most royal family, but one of a pretty wealthy family. And we get the idea, okay, we're gonna warn that family about them so that we get, money for, warning them. Because that would totally work. So, we go to get in the house that day. Why am I yawning so much? So, we go to their house, and there's their gate. We knocked on it. No response. So, my character, being a little head crab, can climb up a wall. So Lionel, me, goes to climb up the wall, gets to the top, and there's an electric fence. Well, I guess not electric. I don't know what it is. I think it was electric, even though everything, it's a fantasy setting. I don't... And I get sent back and take 7 damage. Then, we said, okay, let's take a long rest, wait for the morning, maybe we can do it then. Climbs back up to the top, but knocks, doesn't work, climbs back up to the top. This time, on the head of Tomo, the paladin, and jumps off of his head over the fence. Gate, fence, same thing. Over it, and, ends up getting knocked back, taking 7 damage again that I just recovered from the long rest at night. So, back to 21 HP. My max being 27, taking 6 damage once again. This time, we hear shuffling on the other side, and 2 guards start running toward us. We gotta decide to book it out of there, but Rune and Tomo decide to stay behind to attempt to explain, I guess, when they both get captured and threw in the jail cell. Now, their side of the story, I don't really know because I was in the other party. But basically, they managed to escape by Rune casting a transform spell, becoming a rat, going through the bars, and then freeing them from there, fighting 2 guards. Then they discovered a secret passageway and went into a hallway. While that was all going on, what my group did is that Finn, our little... Okay, do you know the character from Percy Jackson? This guy? Finn is that race. Finn tries to seduce a guard, because he was pretty good at that. Ends up failing twice, but got just high enough where the guard doesn't suspect anything. So then we decide, okay, let's just take out the guards. So I hop onto the guard's head, blind it, Finn knocks it out. Meanwhile, the 2 characters that I forgot the names of, we'll call them Trimonius and Zelda, I guess. Trimonius and Zelda end up fighting their guard. Tremonius uses his fire breath on the guard, and then Zelda uses her fire magic and lights him on fire. Meaning the guard's on fire and being just a random guard just being on fire attacked by both of them. And he's just panicking. But he's not dead yet. He's missing his attacks and almost hits Zelda. Eventually, Lionel, my character, runs down the corner and is able to hit the guard in the back of the skull, knocking it out. Tremonius not wanting to kill an undead guard because it would be wrong, decides not to. Same with Zelda. Tremonius then puts on the outfit of the guard, goes up to the gate, and they let him in, and we're all able to go in. We stealthily make our way into the south cellar when we discover that they escaped. We go downstairs and discover that same secret passage used by using the whispering earrings that we had gotten previously in this journey. Then we find up and we meet again. Then this is where it gets a little off the rails. Tomo sees a door, and it's got a magical barrier and it's locked. So Tomo takes the spear he picked up off a guard because he lost all his weapons, throws it, and as God gives him a blessing, the spear plows through the door, and breaking the magic shield and the door, and startling the heck out of Pickles Lemmy, an elf that was behind the door, locked in there. He quickly panics and hides in a shelf. Tomo and Rune talk to him to try to calm him down. He seems to understand and hides in a cabinet in case any other enemies come down. We continue forward down the path. As we discover two giant, statues of elves blocking the path. Ruin, being the only elf, touches the blade of the stone statue, because it's been blocking people when they try to go through. They recognize her as an elf and lifts up. I try, being a little head crab, to hop on her back so that I can also get by. It slaps me off, though, before I can. Rune sees a magic fiery orb, and sees it and picks it up. She takes care of it, and brings it back to us, feeling that it gets less evil as we move away. We check to see how Pickles is doing, and see that he has run off. Back into the house. Well, we don't know that he's back into the house. We go back up the stairs, and when we get to the top of the cellar, we see 3 guards running at us. One guard, another regular guard, and a big guard, like a tougher guard. We engage in combat with them. During combat, one of the big guards, aiming for Rune, slashes the orb and ends up splitting out, having Emorpheus appear, our new party member. With the help of them, we clean up the guards after I failed to do a Captain America impression of throwing my shield and bouncing it off the guards' heads to have it come back. It ended up just bouncing and going into the grass, and then I had to run up and pick it up. We decided to go inside the house to look for their weapons to see. Well, we gotta get their weapons back. And Tomo busts down the door, sees a guy cleaning his sword, without hesitation, throws the spear at him, rolls really high. It wasn't a 20, I think it was like a 19. Hits the guy, splatters his head against the wall. And also, that throw also got his blessing from his god, since he was a paladin. And it set the house on fire, with electricity also. So everything fell off the wall, the house is on fire, the guy's dead. The DM was just like, hey, what's your alignment to the paladin? And he said that his alignment was, I believe it was good. He had changed that to neutral. After that, they pick up our weapons, and then we start to leave. When We hear the wife and child of the family get crushed by a plank on their attempt in leaving. Not wanting to be totally heartless today, Tomo and the barbarian, the guy that had the breath earlier, I forgot what name I used for him, both run up and save them out of the fire. And that's the story about how we got a new fire member, because she is like the pixies, the sphinx, this. And that's how we got a new party member, and we basically just murdered a whole wealthy family. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time, where it's probably time to prepare for the 8 days of Infinite.